Alright guys, so we're back out at the field again for the third attempt at successful flight with the Bearcat. So last week we had some engine issues, so I went ahead and replaced the ignition with a CH ignition. Now this still has the original mechanical advance. That seems to be working properly. I didn't see any reason to change that, so I got a zero advance ignition from CH. Now interestingly enough, this actually had a CH ignition, but from probably the early 90s, best I can figure. So, and it was mounted in here in the cowl where it gets real hot, vibrations and everything else. So I mounted it just after the firewall along with the battery. So I ran it at home and it ran pretty good. I also changed to a CM6 plug, so a little bit smaller spark plug. CH Ignition sells a adapter to go from the original size plug to a CM6. The reason I did that was to get away from the gigantic spark plug boot that was on it, just for looks. So anyways, I got the cowling off because I'm gonna do some test running before I put the cowling up back on it to fly it. It's just easier because the screws are right here to adjust it, and to adjust it through the cowling, you have to shut it off, adjust it, start it back up. It's a real pain in the butt. So I just wanted to have it all easily accessed. And so anyways, we're gonna go fly it and hopefully it works out. Well guys, if this doesn't sum up the Bearcat project, I don't know what does. So got the new ignition in, as I talked about earlier. Test ran on the ground, ran amazing. Took off, flew amazing, ran amazing. Come into land, I was a little hot, so I decided to go around. I was powering up on the climb out. Motor just coughs and quits out of nowhere, doesn't even stutter. Maybe the bottom end is too lean and then just didn't want to transition. I tried to throttle back and throttle back into it, and that didn't help, it just quit. So down off into the dirt, no big deal, set it back down. I was at half flap, set it down, and to keep it from nosing over, I started pulling back on the stick. Well, I decided to launch back into the air, stalled obviously, cartwheeled, destroyed the vertical and an elevator, which these are built up, fabric covered. That's obviously a disaster. Canopies broke. I think it just broke all the cowling mounts out of it. Anyways, obviously pretty frustrated with this airplane, and it's going to be a while before I work on it again, because it has been nothing but this since I got it. So don't really know what else to say other than that's the hobby, and that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. But it's getting pretty old. Hope you guys, well, no one's gonna enjoy this, but we'll see you in the next one. Well guys, figured out why I quit. Good grief, look at this mess. This is the vent line. I noticed when I was defueling the airplane that I was having a hard time pulling fuel out of it because the tank was under vacuum, because it couldn't vent fuel or air. So basically what happened was the tank started getting lower. The motor couldn't draw fuel anymore because it wasn't allowed to vent, and just was too lean, and when I went to power up, it just couldn't hang, so quit. Yep, that's fun. What a mess. Anyways, well, now we know why I quit. Now I get to fix it again.